A badass female protagonist with the martial arts skills of Bruce Lee, the cunning of James Bond, and the grit of John McClane. And the only actress on our planet who could possibly do her justice is Karen Fukuhara. Now, some of you may be scratching your heads and wondering who the hell Machiko Noguchi is. Well, let me tell you, she's not your average comic book character. She first appeared in the 1990 comic Alien vs. Predator, where she was introduced as a human colonist who becomes entangled in a conflict between the two titular alien species. But unlike most humans in a situation like that, Machiko doesn't run away screaming. Nope, she stands her ground, fights like hell, and eventually earns the respect of a predator named Broken Tusk. That's right, and in the end of the comic, she becomes part of a predator clan. Over the next 3 decades, Machiko's story continues in various Aliens vs. Predator comics, showing her rise through the ranks of the Predator Society and battling all manner of Xenomorphs and other aliens and even humans. Machiko is a character who has depth, nuance, and a unique perspective on the universe. She's not just a token female character thrown in for diversity points. Nope, she's a fully fleshed out protagonist who could carry her own series or even a movie trilogy. Again, why is Karen Fukuhara perfect for this role? Well, she's already proven herself as a capable actress in her previous and ongoing comic book related roles, most notably as the no-nonsense Kimiko Miyashiro in The Boys. In that show, she kicks more ass than an entire dojo of Cobra Kai black belts.
Yeah, I know, Spice Girl.
And let's not forget her role as Katana in Suicide Squad, a movie that may have been critically panned, but at least had the good sense to cast Karen in a prominent role. Karen is more than just a pretty face and a talented actress. She has a brown belt in karate. Her training provided by Richard Notran for Suicide Squad involves sword fighting, fitness, and martial arts. As for The Boys, Teak Fong, the show's stunt coordinator, called her absolutely amazing when regarding her action sequences. The show's official Twitter account proclaimed on her 28th birthday that she is now known as the most badass Karen there is. In other words, she is the real deal. Additionally, Fukuhara's ethnicity is also a factor in why she is the perfect candidate to play Machiko Noguchi. Karen Fukuhara's Japanese heritage and fluency in both English and Japanese makes her an ideal fit for the she-predator. As a Japanese-American actress, she brings authenticity to the character's cultural background that cements her as a top contender for the role of Machiko Noguchi.
Bullshit.
I know what some of you may be thinking now. Isn't this just another Hollywood cash grab? Another superhero movie in a sea of superhero movies? Well, let me tell you, this is no mere superhero movie. This is an Aliens vs. Predator movie, a franchise that has been beloved by comic book fans for over 3 decades. This is a franchise that deserves to be brought to the screen in all its bloody, violent, R-rated glory. And with Karen Fukuhara as Machiko Noguchi, we could have a truly groundbreaking movie. A movie that showcases a strong, capable, and complex female character who is more than just eye candy. In fact, we've already seen what's possible when it comes to having a strong female protagonist leading an R-rated comic book / sci-fi movie.
This morning in the sky, I saw a sign.
Amber Midthunder's stunning performance of Naru in Prey. Now, Naru is a character that defies expectations and stereotypes. As a Native American woman, she faces many challenges and prejudices, but she rises above them all to become one of the most formidable characters in the entire male-centric Predator series. In Prey, Naru proves herself to be a skilled and cunning warrior. In fact, she even manages to defeat the Predator in combat, a feat that only a few have achieved on screen. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover, or Adrian Brody assisted by Alice Braga. But Naru's triumphs don't end there. She also becomes the first woman chief of her tribe, breaking down barriers and paving the way for future generations of women. Her leadership and courage inspire those around her and show that women can be just as capable as men in positions of power. Naru's story is a powerful example of the strength and resilience of women in the face of adversity. Her character challenges traditional gender roles and stereotypes, proving that women can be just as fierce and skilled as men in combat. It's a message that is echoed in Machiko Noguchi's character, who also defies expectations and stereotypes. As a woman in a male-dominated field, Machiko Noguchi's character embodies the same kind of strength and resilience as Naru. She's a skilled fighter and strategist, able to hold her own against the predator and even earning their respect. And like Naru, she challenges traditional gender roles, showing that women can be just as capable as men in combat and leadership. Together, these two characters represent a new kind of heroine in the comic book world. Their stories inspire and empower women everywhere, showing that they too can be heroes in their own right. Well, we're on the cusp of something big here, folks. We have the perfect actress, Karen Fukuhara, ready to take on the role of Machiko Noguchi, the She Predator. She has the skills, the experience, and the drive to bring this character to life in a way that will make even the most skeptical of fans stand up and take notice. It's time to make our voices heard, to rally behind this idea, and demand that Hollywood give us what we want. Finally, a faithful adaptation of the 3 decades worth of Alien vs. Predator comics, with Karen Fukuhara as Machiko Noguchi. And what a trilogy, or 3 seasons worth of stories it could be! So let's make a final checklist here. We have a talented actress, that is, honoring the original character's ethnicity, check. A character with franchise material for at least 3 films with a believable happy ending, check. Has personality traits like being intelligent, stern, loyal, skilled, resourceful, and cunning, check. Social traits include being a loner and a social outcast, check. Extended merchandise possibilities, check. And finally, a character that is a badass female protagonist. So let's band together, comic book fans, action movie buffs, and anyone who's tired of the same old tired tropes. Let's make our voices heard and show Hollywood that we're ready for something new. We need to show the powers that be that we're not content with generic, uninspired superhero flicks. We want something different, something fresh. We need our generation's version of Ellen Ripley. And we could have that in the most badass Karen there is.